Hello, hello. Whoever is watching this video live or will watch the recording, thank you for your time. My name is Milan Levis. I'm a wealth architect for powerful women and financial freedom mentor. I want to talk today about 4 stages of financial fitness. The thing is that I'm a big believer that clarity really enables empowerment. And that's why I personally like to be honest with myself in any situation I may be financially and see what solutions I could find. And that's the reason I decided to share with you 4 stages of financial fitness today. So you will maybe identify where you are and where you want to go and what needs to happen. So stage number 1 is when you don't have enough money. Means that your income is less than your expenses. You're spending more than you make. In this stage, usually people don't have any savings, have credit card debt or car loans debt, any different forms of what I call bad debt, high interest debt. And they obviously work for their money. So that's stage 1. Stage number 2 is when you have just enough, when your income is equal to your expenses, when you everything that you make, you spend. In this stage, usually people don't have savings. They cover their lifestyle expense with everything that they make, and they obviously work for their money. Stage number 3 is when you have more than enough. Your income is greater than your lifestyle expenses, meaning that you're spending less than you make. You at this stage, you usually have savings and you have investments. At the same time, at this stage, you also work for your money, right? So that's stage number 3 of financial fitness. And stage number 4 is when you have more than enough, you have your income exceeds your lifestyle expenses, you have savings, you have investments, and the most important aspect of this stage is that you don't work for your money work for you. My passion and my intention in my wealth coaching is to help anyone to achieve this stage 4. And I wish I could just give people financial freedom, but that's not what I do. I don't offer financial freedom. I offer the key to the money cage so you could fly free. And I just want to be honest with you, this 4 stages that I just mentioned, they're not static. People sometimes achieve even financial independence, and then they digress back to not having enough, or they have more than enough and they digress back to just enough or not having enough. So it is very quite common to move up and down along this financial fitness ladder. And I was one of these people, that's why I know. So there are different strategies, money strategies for each phase to help you to progress to the next stage. And next stage, and I teach them in my wealth coaching. But today I want to talk about the main differences in each stage and the levers that you have to change it, right, to progress to the next stage. So obvious differences in these 4 stages would be the amount of income and the amount of expenses that you have in each stage, right? So you have 2 levers. You can either find additional streams of income, or you can decrease your spending. And you have these levers at any point, even in the first stage, in the second stage. That's in your control. The not so obvious lever that I want to mention today is the level of your awareness or what I call prosperity consciousness or wealth mindset. It's your ability to appreciate the fullness of life, feel that you already reach and you're already whole, regardless of what stage you're in, and focus on what you have rather than what you don't have. Focus on solutions rather than focus on problems. So that's what I call wealth mindset. And I want to tell you that I've met quite a few rich people who had high income, whether from business or job, and they had beautiful houses and fancy cars and designer clothes, and yet they were not free. They were still worried about money. They were worried that, you know, if something happens with their business, they will not be able to pay their mortgage. If something happens with their job or maybe health, they will not be able to pay for the car loan, etc. So they were not free. And I want to mention that wealth consumption is not the same as wealth creation. So this high earner people that I just mentioned, they were consuming more wealth than they were creating wealth. Hi, Rochelle. Thank you for joining me. So this is very important aspect because I know that sometimes people say that, you know, they rich because they have beautiful houses and fancy cars. And this is not the definition of true wealth, okay? Let me share with you my example. When we came to the United States from Lithuania and we didn't have any money, financially, we were not settled, right? And at the same time, I just want to tell you that even at this time, when we didn't have much money, I had to work odd jobs to pretty much buy groceries for my family. I felt so grateful for everything that we had because my loved ones were healthy, my loved ones were with me, we were living in a safe, beautiful country. And I think that at this state, I was in not enough stage. I had prosperity consciousness and it helped me to evolve to the next stage and the next stage. However, when I was working on Wall Street and I was making very good money and I was living in a beautiful house and had a new car, beautiful car, at some point in my life, I started feeling, I started experiencing fears. Fear that I may lose this house, fear that I may not have my job. And guess what happened? At some point in my life, I lost the house and I lost my job. And it doesn't matter what circumstances led to this, but I want to tell you that my fears manifested. So I moved from being more than enough fitness, wellness fitness, the financial fitness stage. I moved back to not enough. I struggled financially. And that's when I realized how important it is not only to know how to be smart about managing money, how to invest money, because at this stage, I already knew that. But I realized that this very subtle lever that we all have is our mindset was so essential that it made a huge difference in my financial life. So that's why in my wealth coaching, I decided I call it the Million Method. I incorporate all 4 dimensions that are essential for building, for creating and managing wealth and growing wealth. The first dimension is prosperity mindset or wealth mindset, right? I just described to you how essential it is and how it can create havoc in your financial life. The second one, the second dimension is how to manage your money in a smart way. And there are ways that you can, just by managing what you have, you can progress from one stage to another. The third dimension is how to manage, how to invest your money strategically, because eventually you want your money to work for you. And while savings are seeds for your wealth, your investing is fertilizer for your seeds, right? So they grow. And the last dimension in my wealth mastery coaching is to share with you how to leverage the universe, how to leverage the higher intelligence that we all have access to and can leverage in our lives to create and enjoy a beautiful, prosperous life. So that's what I wanted to share with you in this short video today. And I hope that this clarity about 4 stages of financial fitness will help you to see where you are, where you want to go, and the levers that you have to make it happen. And if you feel that you could benefit from my support, I would be happy to chat with you. Just PM me or email me, and I would be happy to talk to you. All right. So with this being said, thank you very much for your time, and I'm sending you much love and blessings. Have a joyful day.